Okay, so I have a whole bunch of stuff coming up. A whole bunch of plans. I still have the Mixed Masters Cup. It's just personal life issues. I'm surprised I even made a video for. When I did. Last time I made a video, like probably 2 weeks ago. I'm surprised I even did that. Well, anyway. I'm here today to talk about, well, just looking at the standings. I have them up on the computer as I'm just looking at it as voice recording. And, well, next time I feel like expressing some things about certain drivers. This is going to take ages. Maybe if I talk quicker. Alright, stuff has been sick, like, somewhat sick for, like, a week. And let's just go through the standings right quick. Now, we're going to go top to bottom because, like, I don't know, I feel like saving the worst of the worst out of the way. Say certain things about how certain NASCAR YouTubers say some of the stupidest things, or especially specifically the people who make videos reacting to the race itself, like highlights for the most part. They show highlights of them reacting to the race themselves. Some of their backwards views, man. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna start with Chase Elliott because he's there. I'll just say he has a win, which I didn't even know. Like, I'm doing this after Sonoma, like after 16 races, which isn't the halfway point, but I felt like talking about it now instead of like whenever is the actual halfway point of like the season. All right, so this is right after Sonoma. Okay, point standings. Chase Elliott, I don't know how I feel. I mean, if he's at top, surely he's doing something right. He has one DNF, led 471 laps. Really? I feel like he wasn't that competitive. Okay, I feel like Chase Elliott really hasn't been that competitive. I don't know. Or maybe it's because he's not been getting like so much trouble with everybody. If that makes any sense. Like, he's sort of just up there. It feels like, I'm not even sure what a good example, but basically top of the point standing, because I'm not checking out the playoff grid standings. I'm just checking out the actual point standing itself. Chase Elliott's on top, and I think that's pretty neat. Not much to say about that. I don't know what he won. I watched the entire season, like all races, most of them in its entirety. But I don't remember Chase Elliott winning. I don't know. I guess I did. I just don't remember Chase Elliott winning anything. I don't know why. Anyway, Ross Chastain, this poor guy. Man, a lot of people have been dogging on this guy for no reason. I get what he did at Gateway. Good. I might need to make a video on that. This this video talking about how everyone just dogged on Chastain for being like a no talent hack for a race, acting like he's the only guy who's done this. Like, Joey Logano, for goodness sake. Actually, Joey Logano just did that recently, too. And Joey Logano's been on for, 10? Not even 10, at least 15, at this point, almost 15 years. Joey Logano's sort of been a no-talent hack. But, gets away with it because, basically, I don't know, a lot of guys do it. Well, whatever. I can't explain. Chastain, second in points. He has 2 wins. Talladega was kind of lucky. I mean, he himself admitted that. I feel like that's the thing. A lot of people don't give Chastain enough credit for knowing his mistakes. And yeah, of course, he even says himself, and I even sort of agree in a way, he has to prove it. And at the same time, I feel like, taking accountability for his actions, is it not enough for anyone? I feel like that's what I'm getting. I feel like no one appreciates that anymore, because especially since a lot of drivers just don't do that. A lot of drivers don't do that nowadays. Chastain, at least shows awareness. It was is it not enough for anyone? I know he actually has to go out and prove it, but no one appreciates the fact that he does. It's no one appreciates it enough that he does. And does that make sense? It's only too much time with 2 guys. Kyle Busch, I would just say I don't basically when everyone else hated him, I hate him because it was Kyle Busch. It was easy to hate Kyle Busch. Seriously, like, I don't hate him as much anymore. He has that one win, which, if we're being honest, it was lucky. Like, come on, even Kyle Busch stands. You know, I have a high school buddy. Cause like high school I went to, there was like not much like car enthusiasts, let alone NASCAR fans. But me and this some guy I knew, he was a big Kyle Busch fan. I haven't talked to him in ages though. I don't know like how he's been doing, but I'm probably sure even he knows that was dang near lucky because like Chase Briscoe's failed slide job. Anyway, Kyle Busch, he's doing something right if he's throwing points. He's great. Ryan Blaney, I don't care what anyone says. I might make a video on Ryan Blaney too. A lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, Ryan Blaney, he hasn't been out there winning." But at this point, I feel like doesn't matter. Like at this point, like Kevin Hart, like think about it. Kevin Harvick, 9 wins in 2020, dominant season, easily championship caliber. But in the grand scheme of things, it didn't matter because like the final 3 or so races was not good, and like because he didn't like capitalize when it counted the most. But the thing is, in racing in general, is like sort of dang near lucky, kind of. It's sort of luck based, depending on the situation, and that's what happened. Ryan Blaney, I feel like he can win a title if he has that consistency. Because he has 0 wins right now. Like I'm looking at that, like 16 races in, right after Sonoma, he has no wins. But honestly, with stats he's pulling up, why does it matter? He's leading like 385 laps too, which is not bad. Really not bad. Not bad. I thought he was doing worse. Does it really matter that Ryan Blaney has no wins? Like, hang on. Actually, I'll look at stage wins since that's something that a lot of people seem to care about. I don't care about it as much. He has 4. Now, scrolling through, he actually has more stage wins than... He actually has the most stage wins out of everyone right now. Like, again, 16 races in. I'm going to put it in the description so, like, people notice. So I don't constantly say it here. Ryan Blaney has... I might make a whole video on him, too. Or maybe along with Chastain. Maybe a few things on, like, people's backwards views, whatever. Ryan Blaney has 4 stage wins, more than anyone else. And the thing is, a lot of people seem to care about that too. Like, I don't really care for those much, but like, they matter in the grand scheme of things in terms of playoffs. He has 4 stage wins. As for stage points, I don't know how many. I don't think it shows it here. I'm looking at the official NASCAR standings site. I'm not sure if it shows it. I don't know where to look. But anyway, he has the most stage wins out of everybody. And the thing is, it's pretty spread out. It's not like the same guys over and over again winning stages. He's good. Like, Ryan Blaney is good. I find him for a championship. I don't care that he doesn't have any wins. It doesn't, I feel like NASCAR just didn't understand, like no one appreciates sheer just consistency. This is not winning everything. But even then, why does that matter? Even because Kevin Harvick, like I said, Kevin Harvick won like everything in 2020, and he still didn't even make the championship 4. So why does everyone care so much about them getting wins in the regular season? I mean, yeah, considering the playoff grid, I'm gonna try and end this. Considering what's going on with the playoff grid, it's like 14 different winners at this point. So like, and like wins automatically lock them into the playoffs. So you know what? Actually, scratch it. Maybe that's why everyone's worried. But at the same time, I'm still not too worried because Ryan Blaney, he's shown like speed to win. So even then, I'm not even that worried about him not winning a race. It's like Chastain. I didn't think Chastain would win a race, but then again, who thought Trackhouse was gonna like go out there and like win some races? I mean, they were up there close to winning, but no one thought they. A lot of people thought they wouldn't win. Hang on. Gregory Logano, absolute scumbag. Won 2 races. He won Gateway. Like, I hate Gregory Logano. I'm gonna make an entire video talking about how I hate Gregory Logano in this format without music. I'm not even get tired of videos saying how much I hate Joey Logano. More than Kyle Busch. Like, there was a good while. I'm gonna say this now. As a kid, there was a good while where I hated Kyle Busch. I hated Kyle Busch with a passion. But I never like how I said earlier how I had a high school buddy who was a big Kyle Busch fan. I never butt heads with him because I sort of get why like some people like Kyle Busch. But in general, it's not that I hate aggressive drivers. It's just Kyle Busch's douchey, like, energy. Like, he has that douchey energy, and that's why I don't like. I don't know. Something about him, like he plays off the bad guy so well. And at this point, I find it to be kind of cool. Joey Logano, dude's a scum. Like, I'll save it for another video because I have a lot to say, and it will take up like another 10 minutes of this, and I don't want it to be that long. It took 10 minutes to just talk about 5 guys already. Like, come on, almost 11 minutes actually. Looking at it. What else? Actually, wait, hang on, look at the stats. Yeah, Logano has 2 wins. Darlington, I won't even count. Darlington, man, he already solidified himself as a douchebag to me. But I think Darlington, like, I mean, they sort of fade away from me. I still didn't like Joey throughout the season, but he wasn't doing anything too stupid, you know what I mean? Then Darlington happened. Enough said. What else? Motor Truck Jr., it's weird. A lot of people are saying he's just not doing well. It's just, here's the thing. I feel like they're saying this because there are like 2 races or so that they're like where he's doing like absolute garbage, right? Performing absolute garbage. Like he's not running top 10. I feel like that's why. I feel like he's not running top 10 constantly, and that's why everyone's like thinking about him. Because thing is, no one's in terms of top 5, top 10s. No one's really pulling away with it. Like Chase Elliott, who's at top of point standings, he has 10 top 10. Actually, Kyle Busch has the most top 10s with 11. But whatever. Motor Truck Jr., he has 2 DNFs, which a lot of these guys have 2 DNFs. Whatever. Truex is not. He's not doing garbage. It's just that he hasn't shown speed to win. And I feel like that's what everyone's. I feel like that's where everyone's sort of issue with MTJ is, in terms of performance. He's not been out there to win, and I understand that. Like, he has not been out there to win. I really don't have much to say about MTJ. He's one of my favorite drivers, but like, there hasn't been much to say about him lately. Like, even last year, I think he sort of fell off. I don't know why. But anyway, he's not doing too bad. I don't know how plus minus works. I'll check that later. Kyle Larson recently got his crew suspended over that stupid tire rule. I'll never understand. Like, give it a year to, real quick, little hot take. Give it a year to like sort itself out with the whole tire thing. Like, it's a one, especially like 10 penalties. Like they said that during the race to Sonoma. 10 penalties. If it's happening that frequently, clearly, it's somewhat a hassle to get the tires on right. And there's like 10 penalties in 16 races on tire, like, because they're penalizing entire crews, suspending entire crews for a whole month for like not putting it on properly, like, and the tire just falls off. That's it. They're suspending entire crews for an entire month just for that alone. Like crew chief, Jackman, tire chain, whatever, everything. Anyway, I just have to say that because Kyle Larson, because it just happened to Sonoma. Kyle Larson has 1 win. I'm surprised he only won at Fontana. I thought he'd win more. I mean, I'm not like big Kyle Larson fan. Like, and it's not because of what he said in 2020. Okay, I'm over that. Like, it's just the Hendrick guys. I'm not like huge on. I'm mainly into the Ford guys, or like Suarez. Like Larson, he's doing all right. I think 1 win. I think he'll be fine. I don't know. I feel like summer stretch isn't that much of a factor. He has 3 stage wins. Okay, so he's doing all right in that. Bowman, everyone's saying how he just sort of like shows up out of nowhere to win races. Does that matter? Let me tell you. Like, It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I feel like there's some drivers, if I can't think off the top of my head, I'll try look up later. There are probably some really good drivers out there that people talk about a lot. That like half of the wins in their career are just those wins. Like Alex Bowman wins. Like Alex Bowman, he's not dominating races, but he's just there. He's sort of just there in the final stages, and suddenly he's out there getting the win. And even then, Alex Bowman. Oh snap! Okay, Alex Bowman only led. Okay, amongst the guys, amongst the top 10 in points, he's ninth. Amongst the top 10 in points, Alex Bowman, by far, has like the least amount of laps led, with 18. Yeah, 18 laps, and like who's like second? I was talking like the top 10 in points right now, and if I were to rank them in terms of laps led. Second to last is Christopher Bell, who's 10th. I'm going to get to him in a minute. He led 158 laps. I don't know how. The start of the season was garbage. He was 30th at points at some point. He has 158 laps. Alex Bowman is like 18. Wow. Okay. One stage win. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He has one win and he's 9th at points. He's doing something right. I mean, I'm worried for him in the playoffs, but I don't know. Not sure what to say about him. Christopher Bell. Well, I just said, start was garbage. Start was garbage for all the Joe Gibbs cars. For the most part, I don't think any of them like got like proper like top 5 finishes in the first 5 races. I don't know. I know Denny Hamlin certainly didn't. What else? Okay, what else? Okay, Eric Almirola 11th. So, oh man, this is farewell season. I thought he was doing worse, but it's just that, or maybe it's because he just hasn't been getting into like trouble with a lot of drivers. So he's like a sleeper for me. Like, I'm not saying he'll go all the way. I feel like he'll get like a decent like chase run, a playoff run going, a decent playoff run going. But like, yeah, assuming that he wins and makes the playoffs, I don't know. I'm not sure what's gonna go on because like 14 different winners, and I feel like that will get higher, especially with like Reddick, not yet winning. Austin Dillon's showing a bit more speed. I feel like he'll win a race at some point in the season. Ryan Blaney for sure will win. With the speed he's showing, like especially the laps led, I feel like he will win at some point, for sure. A lot of these guys, MTJ, I feel like won't win, but he will still have like solid time. Bell, Blaney. I'm just looking at the guys who are in the playoff right now, who are yet to win. We're like close to the playoff win. Anyway, Almirola, not much to say. 0 wins. He has, well, okay, to Almirola's credit, he's like the only guy. He's one of the few guys right now. I just quickly scroll down. Actually, aside from, he's the only guy, like, 60 races in. Eric Almirola is the only guy without a DNF. How? You know what? And honestly, that's I know that he's only 11th point, but I feel like no DNFs. I mean, he hasn't, again, he's been, like, sort of mid, but, like, still, no DNFs. So, like, I feel like he hasn't, like, it just shows, I mean, it shows something. I mean, I know he's in this last season, but it shows that Almirola has not been isn't that much a slouch. Like for sure, I really don't think Eric Almirola has a chance at a title, unless like the stars align and he wins like 1 race per round. Assuming he even makes the playoffs. Anyway, Kevin Hart, not much to say. Here we go. A lot of people hate on him for, I don't know, being angry? Who knows? There's Denny Hamlin stands, and Denny tends to complain all the time. Like, at least that's what, like, non-Denny Hamlin fans say. He tends to complain all the time. We'll get to Denny. In fact, where is Denny? What the heck? Oh, yeah. Okay, showing the actual standings, not the playoff grid, so, like, hey. Chase Briscoe. Now I'm going to say, hey, Chase Briscoe, I feel like has a legitimate shot. Like, I know, okay, Stewart-Haas Racing, they've been significantly slow. Like, in fact, none of their cars are in the top 10 points. That's how much they've fallen off. Anyway. Alright. But it's not like Penske is like, never mind. So yeah. In fact, Chase Briscoe, 13th points. He has like, Harvick has 3 DNFs. No wins, of course. And he has no stage win. Okay, Briscoe has 1 stage win. But, wow. Interesting. You know what? Skip Harvick. Not much to say about Harvick. Chase Briscoe, 13 points, 2 DNFs. I don't know where they're from. They're probably from Pit Track. Did he? I think, nah. Briscoe finished Charlotte. Never mind. Just a failed slide job. He can't do it. Like, Chase Briscoe, it amazes me how this dude can't do a slide job. Jeez. Okay, I just realized that as I was thinking about some of his failures, even though he won Phoenix. Though he has, Tyler Reddick. This guy, this poor guy, he's one guy who I think for sure will win. And if I'm wrong, well, he's shown speed for it. You know what I mean? He's been leading laps. I feel like it's not that Austin Dillon isn't the guy who truly revived RCRs from the glory, but I feel like Tyler Reddick's shown like the speed. He's led 249 laps. He's led way more laps than Bowman, and Bowman has a win. And he's having a point. But then again, I don't really care about laps led that much. It's like a matter of being in position. And Reddick, he's shown he has been in position, but then especially Bristol. But we all know what happened. Briscoe. That's done it. Okay. Austin Dillon. Wow, his teammates right below him. 15th points. 0 wins, of course. 4 DNFs. Tyler Reddick has 3. I thought he had more. I don't know. I feel like, seriously, Reddick feels so unlucky. I thought he had more DNFs, but he only has 3. Interesting. Austin Dillon has 4. No stage wins. Tyler Reddick has 2, actually. I forgot to say that. Eric Jones, 16th. Eric Jones, he's alright. Yeah. Not much to say. I always like Eric Jones. Poor guy, though. I mean, not that Petty's team is bad. It's just they're not. It's no one looks at him as championship winning anymore. Actually, everyone's known that since after Petty retired. That's always been a thing. Whatever. Jones, he's alright. He's not they're doing better. In fact, statistically, they're doing better than Bubba ever did in that car. And I'm a big Bo Wallace fan. Yeah.
No, please.
Oh, chill out. Something going. Daniel Suarez just got a win at Sonoma. This guy, not much to say. Dude's great. I feel like everyone knew that he was great, but because he was rushed too soon and wasn't given proper bearings, they didn't. I feel like JGR never adjusted for Suarez. Everyone knew about Suarez and Carl Edwards' situation, knew that he was brought up too soon. I feel like even too I know Harvick was sort of brought up too soon, but the thing is I don't know. It's thing is you can't expect them all to go up to get sent up a Cup Series sooner than usual, and then they'll just be able to adjust to it. The thing is, this is during an era where this is during an era where drivers declare points for a specific series. So it's not like Suarez was doing both series at once. He was doing when he got brought up to the Cup Series a lot sooner than everyone thought. He was brought up. Well, he was just doing that. He wasn't probably prepared for a Cup Series, and it was hard to adjust for even 2018. I feel like a lot of people hate on Suarez for no reason, just because he couldn't capitalize with thing in Haas. Even though 2019, who else? Actually, never mind. It was Gauntburners. It's amazing how he's still doing all right with Gauntburners of all people. I don't know why I'm saying. Okay, Suarez is doing all right. 1 win. He's 17 at points, but whatever. He has a win, so he's automatically in. Everyone emphasizes winning anyways. Austin Cindric won at Daytona 500, 18 at points. Honestly, for Penske, not. He's really doing worse than his teammates. Other than that win, I feel like he hasn't shown that much. I'm trying to say he's shown speed, but not really. Like, you know what I mean, he did great at Daytona. Like, other than that, I feel like he's been having more bad luck. And he has 3 DNFs. I feel like he has 7. It's so weird. I feel like he has 7, along with Tyler. Him and Tyler Reddick, I feel like have been getting DNFs like I don't know, passing around like Uno or something. Kurt Busch 19 points. I thought it was higher. Oh, whatever. He has a win, doing all right. You know, 3 DNFs. Like, I don't know what is up with my brain. I feel like a lot of these guys lowering the points have been crashing a lot more than they actually are. Anyway, Michael McDowell. Honestly, this is honestly his best season of his career, easily. 20th points. He's never been this high. Okay, because even when he won Daytona 500, if we're looking at pure points alone, I don't think he was this high up in points. Even then, he made the playoffs because of that Daytona 500 win. So still McDowell. I feel like even though front row, they've never been considered an actual threat for the championship ever. They're a midfield team. If you think Formula One fans perspective, from Formula One fans perspective, front row races is basically Alfa Romeo or what's a midfield team? I get them mixed up. AlphaTauri. The team will show one guy from the team will show flashes here and there, but barely cuts it. While the other one flounders. In fact, we're gonna get to McDowell's teammate in a second, because they're a 2-car team just like AlphaTauri. I don't hate Yuki Tsunoda, but Gasly's clearly better. Pierre Gasly clearly better. I just went off about F1 for no reason. I was trying to do a comparison. Denny Hamlin. 21st points. So 2 wins. Everyone's hating on Denny, because I don't know. Denny's a visionary. Honestly, he's one of my favorite drivers. It's weird because in 2020 it was a battle between it was basically Denny versus Kevin. That was basically what was going on. You know what I mean? I don't care what happened with the whole playoff thing. The season for the most part was Denny versus Kevin. At least to me it was. I feel like no one appreciates those battles anymore. Yeah, Denny Hamlin. I didn't like him at the time. I was Team Kevin all the way. Maybe I was sour over the whole Chase Elliott thing with 2017, but then again, I was never a huge. I like Chase Elliott, but I was not a big enough fan to where if someone took him out for a win, I would just start giving that driver the finger or whatever. I wasn't that kind of guy. For some reason, I guess I was hating on Denny because a lot of people were. Honestly, I realized Denny, dude, he's just, I don't know, I might make a video on him too. Denny's just amazing. Stuff he says, I know he's in hot water for a few things, but I feel man, he has the balls to just say things that I'll save it for another video. I don't know what to say. I just love Denny Hamlin now. I don't know why. It's just something about him. Not the gateway thing. I'm not gonna talk about the gateway thing. Denny did what he did. Dude. And Denny and those Hamlin stands, man, being hypocritical. I'm gonna get there at some point. I'm gonna have to look into it. I might check out some of Eric's videos, some of Eric Stepp's videos on it. Just because he made a video on Chastain Gateway saying, I think it was dogging on he admired Chastain for taking accountability, but he sort of dogged on him a lot more. He even dogged on Marks. Chris Buescher, 23rd points. Okay, this is bad for Roush, but we're gonna get to the other one. Honestly, Buescher has shown speed. We've seen that. He's doing all right, but thing is, this season really is really competitive. Especially since it's not even though it's some of a lot of same guys doing being at the top of the standings, Chase Elliott at the top as usual. There's a lot of new fresh faces. Because of that, a lot of guys you thought would, like, who thought was like not quite cutting it, but was gonna cut it next year, or expected to cut it next year, is just dropped. So like Denny Hamlin minus his 2 points is just the season's kind of garbage if you look at the point standings. Minus the 2 wins, it's still kind of bad. And even for Buescher, even though like Roush has not been like top tier in ages, 2021 wasn't even that bad for Buescher. But like 22nd does feel like a step down, even though he has shown flashes this year. But then again, like competitiveness, like it's like really, it's like a really close battle. Looking at like the points itself, really close battle. Stenhouse has shown stuff here and there. I feel like, man, everyone just dogs on Stenhouse for no reason too. Even though he's like, I mean, he's 24th point, so clearly something's like not going right here. But like no one is like, but dude's still he still racks up top 5s. I feel like no one appreciates that stuff anymore. A lot of these guys, in fact, like McDowell actually, McDowell has 6 top 10s, not top 5s. I said 5 top 5s. No, Stenhouse has 5 top 10s. Yes, McDowell has 6 top 10s. I didn't even realize that. Like that's, if for a front row car, that's, or the guy in front row racing equipment. That's great. So that is great. Justin Haley, I skipped over my mistake. I've been bugging out this entire video, recording. Justin Haley, 23rd. Honestly, okay, yeah, it's not good, but honestly, it's not as bad as everyone's saying it is. It's because they're one team operation. I don't even think, were they even hyped up? They were even hyping themselves up like 2311. Because I know for sure 2311 was hyping themselves up like crazy, like winning races and stuff. I mean, yeah, they are winning now, like with Kurt Busch and like Bubba's Talladega win, but that took a while for it to happen. So like their stats didn't live up to the hype. I think the hype was mainly because it was co-owned by Denny, who drives for Coach Joe. But whatever, still didn't live up to hype. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah. Still didn't live up to hype. Sorry, I clipped something. Bubba, we know for sure this guy's shown speed. He's been up there, especially at the plate tracks. 25 points. What has happened? He has fallen off. He has 4 DNFs. A lot of these guys have a lot. Actually, as I get lower down here, actually, in terms of DNFs, everyone's sort of equal. Like, at least the average guys are equal. Like, it's like how Bubba has 4 DNFs. Well, so does Kyle Larson. But when both of them are not like going out of the race early, Kyle Larson's finishing better. So like, I feel like DNFs, I don't know, it gets murky. I feel like some people really get dodgy with stats depending on who it is, depending on where they are. Like, there just seems like Bubba has 4 DNFs. That does not explain why he's down here. Because like I said, Kyle Larson is like, what, 4th in points? No, he's 7th in points, but still. 7th in points, and he has the same amount. I think they crashed at the same rate, same stuff too. I don't know. Ty Dillon is 26. I thought he was doing better, but you know what? I thought he was doing worse. And again, it's weird because these guys, again, a lot of these guys, especially Ty Dillon, he's showing flashes lately. Like, Ty Dillon, I feel like no one appreciates that he's. I feel like no one appreciates that he's not a total bum. I feel like that's the problem. A lot of people find him to be a total bum because he doesn't win up all these races, or at least especially in Xfinity Series at time. But was Austin Dillon? Like, let's be real here. I mean, Austin Dillon is statistically better, but it's not like. But he's like barely better than Ty. He's like in the lower series. Like, if you compare his stats, especially Kamikaze when he made that video about 10 worst drivers at the time, like back in 2019, he even stated how it's not even like much of a shadow. Like he said how Ty was like in Austin's shadow. It wasn't much of a shadow because it wasn't. Looking at stats in the lower league, like Even like, I mean, in the Cup Series, Ty has not had like as big an opportunity, but still, has like Austin was still in the dumps while Ty was driving for Germain Racing. It's not like their stats were that much different from each other. I mean, Austin was still doing better, but he's not leagues better. Even with Austin's like 4 wins in the Cup Series, stretching from like 7 years or 8 years. I don't know why I went off on a tangent like that. So Dylan, he has 2 DNFs. I thought he crashed more. He only has 1 top 10, but still fine. Custer, oh boy, everyone hating on Custer. Even though he's clearly the worst Haas car, it's not like the other guys are setting the world on fire. Come on, Chase Briscoe is the only one with the win, and it was at Phoenix, and no one liked the Phoenix race. But no one likes Phoenix as like a legitimate track because like it's hard to pass. So, in a sense, like people are not really crediting Briscoe that much anyway for that win. So like, the fact that even though Custer's clearly doing way worse than him, it's not like, again, the Haas guys aren't setting the world on fire. Even though they are a top 15 point, they're not setting the world on fire. They haven't shown any speed. Chase Briscoe's the only amongst the 4 of them. Chase Briscoe's the only one who's has had a proper shot at winning. In fact, he probably would have won if Chase Briscoe got his act together, like guys like driving together. He probably would have had 3 wins by now. Especially like Bristol Dirt. Actually, he probably would have failed Bristol Dirt anyway. But I feel like there is a good chance he would have won if he got the slide job right. He would probably would have won that race. And Custer, yeah, he's doing awful. But people dog on him way too much, especially since he's not. It's not like Danica Patrick, where she was doing garbage, while her other teammates were winning championships. Like Danica Patrick was doing bad, Danica Patrick was doing garbage, like floundering around 25th, 27th, which is like Cole Custer right now. As I'm recording this, as Danica was doing this, Kevin Harvick won the 2014 championship. He was getting to the final, the championship 4, basically, almost every year. Or it was he always made it to okay, Harvick actually, I need to bring this up. Before 2021, Harvick always made it into the round of 8. And I actually remember this by memory. I didn't look this up because I know for sure. By memory. Before 2021 happened, Kevin Harvick always made it to the round of 8, bare minimum. With Stewart-Haas, well, he joined Stewart-Haas Racing around the time the knockout playoff system started. But basically, yeah, ever since won a championship in that first time in that system, and basically made it to at least a round of 8 every time before 2021. Those are mad stats. What was Danica Patrick doing? Yeah, but that's not this. Even though Cole Custer basically has Danica Patrick numbers right now, it's not like his teammates are lighting the world on fire. Again, no one credits Briscoe's win anyway. Geez, I mean, I do, but most people in general just don't. Okay, Harrison Burton, 28th in points. Self-explanatory. Why do people hate the man that again? Was this because of his comments on Let's Go Brandon? That matters? I mean, Matt was right. Hey, Matt was joking on it. I mean, it is a joke. Whatever. I feel like some people they dog on drivers for some of the dumbest things. Whatever. People don't like that anymore because of that. Actually, I think Eric elaborated on this when he graded him after 2021. Saying how it was down here, yeah, it was a down year, but it seems like he graded him because of his comments on that. Am I misinterpreting that? Maybe I have to watch that video again. Cause I watch this, I tend to replay some of this, rewatch a lot of stuff that I don't disagree with Eric, just to make sure I'm getting it right and I'm not misinterpreting what he says. But if he sort of if he added grading based on what he was saying, does it matter in the grand scheme of things? It's not like that matters. mean, yes, he was sort of bad for him, but, like, jeez. It wasn't even that much worse. It's not like he fell off. Hey. Todd Gilliland's right below him. Two multi-generation drivers. Okay, these two, I'm going to talk about them together, and I might make a video on them too. And I feel like those guys, those two are really good in the lower divisions. Todd Gilliland, he's won, I think he's won both East and West of, Canada Pro Series. Todd Gilliland, I think he was a good Truck Series driver. I don't remember. I'm assuming Harrison Burton did some Truck Series starts. I don't remember him. It was probably around the time I wasn't watching trucks that much. Gilliland and Burton are good. We have seen this. Heck, in fact, they've taken extra time. Like, Burton's out there, he was running for the Xfinity Series title. I feel like these two, I don't know if it's the equipment, I don't know if it's Wood Brothers Racing, this not being prepared for the Gen 7, or just Front Row Motorsports being Front Row Motorsports, because no one does good in the 38 car. Not even back when Todd's dad David was driving it. Back when David Gilliland was driving the thing. David Gilliland wasn't the absolute worst, but he wasn't lighting the world on fire. The 34, it was David Reagan most of the time. He showed flashes. At least he won at Talladega in 2013. At least David Reagan showed flashes at plate tracks. David Gilliland, he would show some flashes too, but he wasn't it was short bursts, 2 seconds. It was always plates. He would anyway. I'm going off here. But my point is, I feel like these two. I feel like it has to go down by teams. Let's think about it. People, especially because I watch a lot of people react to races, show highlights of races. I'm gonna name who, and I afraid some of them are gonna dog on me for some reason. A lot of them, I feel like dog on I feel like a lot of them dog on Burton and Gilliland for I don't know. Maybe I have to watch videos of people talking about them. But I feel like a lot of them have been. I don't know why. I feel like a lot of them have been dogging on them, not being ready for a Cup Series for some reason. That, it's they're somehow Danica Patrick. Danica Patrick drove for Stuart Haas at the peak of Stuart Haas racing. Again, like I said, when Kevin Harvick won the championship, and Kurt Busch was showing speed with them, and who else was driving for him at the time? I don't remember. 4, 10, 14. Tony Stewart, nah. Clint Boyer wasn't the worst either. He was good. Yeah. I feel it's just ridiculous. If that's what people are thinking, if that's what people are actually thinking, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look around and see what people are thinking about Todd and Harrison. But they're not bad drivers. I know for sure. They're driving for two teams that were never a lock for a championship. Wood Brothers, even though the Bandel did alright with the Wood Brothers in 2020, but he did bad in 2021. The thing is, Wood Brothers, they were never a lock. Even Ryan Blaney showed some success with him. They were never a lock. Ryan Blaney going to Penske, however it went down, was the best move. Ryan Blaney's going to win a championship. I feel don't get me wrong, Wood Brothers, very historic team. They have their place in the NASCAR, the NASCAR world, especially in Hall of Fame. At this point, unless something major happens, or you get some or a certain breed of driver that could do good in no matter what equipment they're in. Don't expect the Wood Brothers 21 to be going for a championship. Not with Harrison Burton. I'm not saying Harrison Burton isn't the guy to do that thing. It's not it'd be impressive, but it's not I feel like that's not something we should be looking for. If they could run you know what I mean? I feel like it doesn't matter that much. Harrison Burton, 28th in points. Todd Gilliland, 29th. Sort of on the same boat. None of them have top 10s, by the way. They both have 3 DNFs. None of them have stage wins. Not much to say. But okay. Harrison led 3 laps. I don't know if it was pit cycles or he just stayed out during at the end of the stage on the road course. Kozlowski led 73 laps. So yeah, Keselowski, I'm not going to talk about penalty. Yes, garbage year, but he's shown speed. It's just that he can't last long. That's the problem. People dog on Keselowski. You know what? Well, okay, I feel like that's another thing. I feel like a lot of these teams, I feel like a lot of people don't seem to get it. You know, Keselowski is like kind of old at this point. I feel like no one seems to. I feel like a lot of people just don't fail to understand that like this car is completely different. A lot of guys are gonna struggle. Even the best of the best are struggling. Like Denny Hamlin, despite his 2 wins, and he's sort of been on a hot streak lately. The season was garbage. In fact, that's why he's 21st points. Season is garbage. 21st points. That's garbage for JGR. Like I feel like this is JJ only 2007. Almost, except JJ didn't win anything. I feel like everyone forgets that. Everyone seems to forget that. Keselowski, he just doesn't seem not like he still shows speed. He's led more than Bowman, who's won a race. And it's like 9th in point standings. So that has to say something, right? Like, I mean, a lot of top NASCAR YouTubers, they keep talking. I'm not hating them for this, but I'm just saying, a lot of them account for laps led. They really, I feel like a lot of them put a lot of value to laps led, but it's fine. But honestly, Keselowski, I feel like Keselowski's season is salvageable. I feel like if he could get like some sort of like, if he could like somehow win at Daytona, because like the Roush cars have shown speed there, I feel like he has a chance. Depending on Daytona, when is it? Is it like the last race before the playoffs? I feel like he could get in there. If he could like get a few more top 10s, he has 2 right now. And he has more than Gilliland and Burton. So he has shown flashes, just that he's had so many abysmal finishes. He has more top 10s than Burton and Gilliland, and they've been garbage. And Roush cars have shown to not be that much. Like, Buescher's 27 points, but he's showing speed. And again, he lost a lot of points because of tested positive for COVID, so he missed a race entirely. That doesn't help his case.
Oh.
He hasn't done it already. In fact, yeah, Buescher has like 15. Like everyone. So anyway, I'm actually near the end of this. The rest are not really worth talking about because it's self-explanatory. Cooler Joy. I think, did he didn't hype. No, he hyped him in 2021. No one believed it. I don't think so. I hope Eric didn't believe it. I really hope he didn't. It's Spire Motorsports. They're not going to just suddenly get to the top of the board. Or like, be like sub 20th. That wasn't happening. Especially, like, they're not like, what is it like? I'm trying to make a comparison. They're not like Haas CNC, if that makes sense. Haas CNC, it's like before Haas Racing. It was like Haas by himself without Tony Stewart's involvement for a good while in NASCAR. Team, like, they didn't have bums. They weren't the best. They weren't good. Like, they're just back worker. Even that, it wasn't like, actually it was Sun Boost, but then again, back. Never mind. The Joy, Killer Joy is not the worst driver. They just, I don't know, stat speed for itself. He's 0 across the board. Wait a minute. He has 5 DNFs. Oh snap, that's the most amongst them all. Wait. Did he have 6? No, that's the most. 5 is the most. Custer has 5. He's 27th. LaJoie has 5. And so does Cody Ware, who's actually the bottom of most, like, I think guys who are like scheduled to run all the races. Cody Ware is dead last, but everyone expected that. He's Cody Ware. And we all know why he has the ride. Cody Ware is no talent, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like Cody Ware has a play. I feel like certain drivers have a place on the in a field for, like, I feel like some have certain rules. Like Eric said, NASCAR isn't scripted. Like, it's not WWE. It's not scripted. But not all drivers are gonna be competitive. They're gonna be like, go out there and like somehow snooker or win. for like one night only. There's some guys there's some guys who are just never gonna do that throughout the entire season. It's not. I'm not saying to like appreciate them. I'm just saying like, just accept that. You know what I mean? Like Cody was total bum, but he's not like hurting that many. He's not hurting that many people. Like, he got in a scuffle with Chase Elliott, but whatever. I was like Bristol Dirt. That in itself is like Bristol Dirt is just in itself is just drama. Like it's sort of manufactured drama. Cody Ware, honestly, look. Here's the thing. Cody Ware, yeah, he's total bum. But he's here to stay, okay? And the thing is, I'm sort of Rick Ware. I don't know why, I just like Rick Ware racing. I admire them for being around for so long and just being trash. Like, at least LaJoy, actually, Corey LaJoy actually has a... Hang on a minute. Let me see this. At least Corey LaJoy has a top 5 finish. I didn't look at that. I didn't notice that. No, time out. LaJoy has a top 5 finish at least. So, at least there's that. At least Spider Motorsports, it is like, has a decent truck series program. At least that too. Not that it matters for the Cup Series, I'm just saying. At least they have something going on in the lower leagues. Rick Ware Racing, they're like everywhere, but they're only doing good in like the NASCAR Cup Series. When they were there, because they're not there anymore. They were there for like 2021, that was it. And they did good with Andrew Ranger. And Alex Gannett, I didn't watch the whole 2021 season, but I know for sure Andrew Ranger was good. I'm assuming Alex Gannett was fine. And, Corey LaJoy. Rick Ware Racing. Yeah, and they're also in IndyCar. I think they're doing fine with Sato. I don't know. I haven't watched the whole thing. I feel like Cody Ware, he has a place, okay? Even though he's total bum, like, come on, let's be honest. Like, even though Joey Logano is a better driver, does anyone like him? I mean, there are Logano fans out there, but does anyone, let's be real, does anyone like him either? And no one likes Cody Ware because he's a no-talent hack that is, like, because of his dad. But, come on. At least, I'm assuming he's enjoying himself. Like, if he's still out there doing it. And they have, like, a full-time sponsor, too. Like, a back market team and a full-time sponsor. How many teams out there... How many back market teams out there have a full-time sponsor? You know what I mean? Because he runs the Nerdtech ODT sponsor, like, all season. But a lot of these top guys can't even get someone like big time sponsors to run like 2 races, or like at least 5 races a season. I'm just saying, that's so random. So I think I went through them all. I'm not gonna talk. It doesn't show all the guys who it doesn't show the standings here on the NASCAR site. They'll show all the part timers. But in case you're curious, as I'm looking at it, it shows McLeod, Reagan, Biffle, Joey Han, who's like a Le Mans driver, Jacques Villeneuve, self-explanatory, and Boris Said. But hey, none of the top 10s. And no, wait, Reagan has 1. He has like no DNFs. He made like 3 starts though. Biffle made 5 starts. He has 3 DNFs, but that's NY Racing. That's self-explanatory. Like, NY Racing was always trash. They always were. And Joey Han has one. I'm assuming that's from Coda. So, and the rest is not what we're talking about. Philly Villeneuve did Daytona 500 for prestigious reasons. Because Jacques Villeneuve, first of all, I mean, he has been in NASCAR beforehand. But it was like road course ringer. He never did any. Oh, he probably did in World War II. I don't know. But like, he was never an oval guy. That was like, I think that was his first oval in like ever. And he's like 53. Whatever. I think that's it. Wow. I wanted it to be less time. I had a lot to talk about, and I started meandering along with some of the drivers. Sorry if I took up time. But there you go. There you go. Those are your drivers. Hey. Those are those are teams for the most part. How I feel with certain drivers. I was just going through assessing, seeing how I felt about them outside my head. So there you go. That's the video. Other stuff coming soon. I haven't really confirmed anything because I think this happened on a whim for me. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. That will snap. That'll be it for now. Yeah, see you then. Ciao.